My beloved child, stop everything you are doing right now and listen to me. This moment is not ordinary. This hour is not common. And this word is not random. Heaven itself is moving. The atmosphere around you is shifting. And I, your Lord and Savior, am speaking to you now. You did not stumble upon this message by accident, nor is it something you can treat lightly or push aside for later. I placed it before you at the exact moment I knew your heart would be ready to hear it. I have been preparing you for this word, drawing you through storms and silence, through nights of weeping and days of waiting, so that when this hour arrived you would not miss it. What I am about to reveal to you is not for tomorrow, not for next week, not for some distant time in your imagination. My child, it is unfolding today, right now, in this very moment. And if you ignore these words, if you let your attention wander or your heart grow distracted, you will miss what I have already set in motion for your life. I am drawing near to you with a voice that cannot be mistaken, with a presence that cannot be denied. There are moments when I whisper gently, when I nudge softly, when I wait patiently for you to notice me. But this is not one of those moments. This is an appointed time, a divine interruption, a holy encounter. I am calling you with urgency because the window before you is narrow. The opportunity at hand is critical, and the shift that is taking place in the unseen realms requires your awareness. Heaven's clock has struck a decisive hour, and I do not want you to walk past it as though it were ordinary. You are standing in a sacred intersection, where your obedience, your listening, and your response will determine the measure of what you receive. That is why I speak with such weight, with such intensity, with such unshakable love. My child, you have cried out for a sign. You have asked for confirmation. You have pleaded with me to make my will clear to you. This is it. This is the sign you asked for. This is the voice you prayed to hear. Every word that follows has been chosen carefully, not as empty encouragements or vague phrases, but as living truth breathed from my spirit directly into your life. You are not hearing this by chance. I arranged it long before you even knew to ask. I carved this moment into time itself, knowing that your weary heart would need it, that your searching soul would long for it, and that your trembling faith would be strengthened by it. Do not doubt this. Do not allow the enemy to whisper that it is coincidence or imagination. I am speaking directly to you, and I need you to lean in with all your heart. There are things unfolding in your life and in the world around you that cannot be postponed. The shaking has already begun. The doors have already started to open, and the atmosphere has already shifted. I have set in motion a divine plan that will not wait for hesitation, nor will it pause for fear. The blessings, the breakthroughs, the miracles I have prepared are being released today. The alignment I promised, the restoration you long for, the answers you thought were delayed, they are entering your path even now. But you must be ready to receive them. You must be awake to notice them. You must listen carefully to every word I speak, for they are not simply sounds. They are keys, instructions, and confirmations that will unlock the very things you have been praying for. If you turn away now, if you dismiss this as just another message, you will not only forfeit the encouragement I long to give you, but you will risk missing the very breakthrough I have already placed in your path. Understand this deeply. My words are never wasted. They are sent with purpose. They carry power, and they achieve what I send them to accomplish. This is why I am asking for your full attention, why I am commanding you not to let distractions steal this moment. The enemy knows the weight of what is being spoken, and he will try to cloud your mind with doubts, to stir your heart with anxiety, to convince you that this message is not for you. But I tell you clearly, my beloved child, it is for you. It is yours. It is my voice to your soul, and I do not want you to let it slip past you. You have been walking through a season where silence felt heavy, where prayers seemed unanswered, and where the days blurred together with waiting and wondering. You questioned if I had forgotten you, if I still saw you, if my promises had grown stale. But even in those quiet seasons, I was weaving together the details, arranging the pieces, aligning the timing. What you thought was delay was actually preparation. What you thought was absence was actually my nearness. And what you thought was silence was actually the sound of heaven preparing for this very hour. Now I am speaking with clarity, with urgency, with unmistakable power, because the season of waiting is giving way to a season of sudden fulfillment. Right, I am nothing without you. Lord, if He's your strength. My child, can you feel it even now? That stirring in your spirit, that trembling in your chest, that sense that something holy is pressing upon you. That is my presence surrounding you. That is my spirit confirming to you that these are not empty words, but living truth. I am drawing you into a deeper awareness, because what is coming requires your readiness. Something huge is about to happen today, not in vague distance, but in tangible reality. Heaven's doors are opening, angels are moving, and my hand is already reaching into your circumstances. You will see shifts in your environment, changes in your relationships, answers in your prayers, and signs in your daily path that will confirm what I am saying now. But hear me again, beloved. If you ignore these words, you risk missing the blessing. I am not speaking to frighten you, but to awaken you. I am not pressing with urgency to burden you, but to prepare you. I am not filling your heart with anticipation for nothing. I am declaring to you that I am at work, that I have heard you, and that I am moving today. This is why I said stop everything. This is why I called for your full attention, because you cannot afford to let this pass by. Think of how many times you asked me if I was near. Think of the nights you cried, asking for a clear word, begging me to show you that I was still with you. Do you not see? This is that word. This is that answer. This is the confirmation you have longed for. I am saying to you now, I have never left you. I have never abandoned you. I have never ignored your prayers. I have been with you every step, and now I am breaking through the silence to make sure you know it. Heaven is not distant from you. It is surrounding you. The unseen realm is active on your behalf even now. So listen carefully, my beloved child. Take these words as living bread for your soul. Do not treat them as casual or ordinary. They are not. They are sacred, they are holy, they are direct from my heart to yours. If you hold on to them, if you let them anchor you, if you allow them to shape your next steps, you will not only endure the days ahead, you will step into the fullness of what I have already prepared for you. I am not speaking of years away. I am not speaking of some far-off season. I am speaking of today. Something huge is happening today, and you must be ready. My beloved child, listen to me with all of your heart and lean in closely, for this is no accident. Do not think for a moment that you stumbled upon these words by chance, or that you are hearing them at just any ordinary time. I tell you, this is a divine interruption, a holy invasion of your life. I, the Lord your God, have stepped into this very moment to speak to you directly, because you are chosen, you are set apart, and you are loved beyond what you can imagine. I arranged this encounter long before you ever thought to ask for it. I set it in place because I knew that your heart would need it, that your spirit would cry out for it, and that your life would depend upon it. I call you now to silence every distraction. Lay aside the noise of the world, the endless voices that demand your attention, the anxieties that pull at your mind, and the thoughts that make your heart restless. Be still before me. For if you try to hold on to your busyness, if you let the noise of the world drown out my voice, you will miss the blessing that I am pouring out upon you this very day. I tell you again, this is not a casual word. It is not something you can return to later. It is not a message you could half listen to. What I am speaking to you now carries eternal weight, and it has been sent to you at this very hour for a holy reason. Do you not see how carefully I have orchestrated this? Every delay you faced, every closed door, every unexpected turn, none of it was random. It was me positioning you, shaping you, preparing you to hear this very word. You are here because I summoned you. This moment is holy because I made it holy. And I tell you with urgency, if you treat it lightly, you will regret it. Not because I am a God of cruelty, but because you will miss the abundance I long to give you, the breakthrough I have prepared for you, and the peace that is waiting for you if only you will listen and receive. My child, there have been many times when I whispered to you and you did not notice. There have been moments when I nudged you gently and you dismissed it as nothing. There were signs I placed in your path, answers hidden in the quiet, and confirmations woven into your days, but you overlooked them because the distractions were too loud. I do not condemn you for this. I understand the weight you carry, the burdens that press on you, and the noise that surrounds you. But now I will not whisper. Now I will not merely nudge. I am speaking clearly, with urgency, with a voice that cuts through every distraction. Because what I am about to do in your life requires your attention, your faith, and your obedience. I am warning you, my beloved, if you dismiss this moment, you will miss something precious. You will miss the blessing I am pouring out, the breakthrough I have positioned in your path, and the healing I am ready to release into your life. Do not take these words lightly. This is your divine appointment. This is the moment you prayed for when you asked me to make my will clear. This is the answer to the secret cries of your heart when you said, Lord, speak to me. Show me that you are near. Give me direction. I am answering you now. If you turn away, if you close your heart, you will forfeit the very thing you asked me for. My child, do you know why I speak with such weight? Because I love you too much to let you drift it. I love you too much to let you walk past this moment unaware. I love you too much to stay silent when your destiny hangs in the balance. This is why I have interrupted your day, why I have set this word before you, why I am pleading with you to listen carefully. I am not a distant God who speaks only in thunder and lightning. I am near, I am present, and I am speaking softly yet firmly into the deepest places of your soul. I am calling you back to the center, calling you to focus, calling you to turn your ear to me alone. Please support our channel, for our only goal is to bring joy and peace into your life and to draw your heart closer to God in devotion and reverence. And if you feel touched by these efforts, you can show your love through the super thanks button down below. Think about how many voices you hear every day. The voices of doubt, of fear, of comparison, of guilt. The voices of people who do not understand you. The voices of the world that shout constantly for your attention. The whispers of the enemy that tell you that you are unworthy, forgotten, or abandoned. These voices have fought to drown out mine. They have pulled at your heart. They have stolen your peace. They have clouded your vision. But I am silencing them now. I am cutting through the noise with clarity. And I command you, do not listen to them. Do not let them distract you. Fix your eyes on me, for my voice is the only one that leads to life. I tell you plainly, the reason you are here, the reason you are reading these words is because I chose you to hear them. Many will pass this by. Many will scroll past. Many will dismiss it. Many will harden their hearts and say, this is not for me. And they will miss their blessing. They will cry later, wishing they had stayed, wishing they had listened, wishing they had received. But you, my child, must not be among them. Do not let doubt rob you of what I am pouring out. Do not let fear convince you that this word is not yours. You are chosen. You are called. You are the one I am speaking to right now. Do not underestimate the weight of what I am saying. Heaven does not speak without reason. Every word that comes from my mouth carries power. My word is living and active, sharper than any sword, stronger than any barrier, able to break chains, open doors, and bring life where there was only despair. When I speak, creation responds. When I speak, angels move. When I speak, darkness trembles. And I am speaking to you now. If you will only believe, if you will only hold on to this, you will see miracles unfold in your life that you never thought possible. My beloved, I want you to understand something very clearly. The reason I am urging you not to ignore this moment is because I have already set blessings in motion on your behalf. I have already dispatched angels to guard you, to guide you, to bring into your life the very answers you have been waiting for. But if you close your heart, if you let unbelief harden you, if you walk away, you will miss them. Not because I have taken them away, but because you will not be in position to receive them. This is why I call you to focus. This is why I ask for your undivided attention. Because the blessings are already on their way, and I do not want you to miss them. Do you feel the urgency in your spirit even now? That pull, that stirring, that sense that something is different about this very moment. That is me. That is my spirit pressing upon you, confirming to you that this is not ordinary. Do not ignore it. Do not dismiss it as emotion. This is holy. This is real. This is heaven reaching into your life with purpose. My child, I have chosen you. I have called you by name. You are mine. And I am telling you now, listen carefully, stay alert, guard this moment with reverence, because everything I am about to reveal is for your good, for your future, for your healing, and for your destiny. Do not let it slip past you. Do not allow the enemy to steal it from you. Hold on to it tightly, for it is a treasure sent from heaven to you in this very hour. My beloved child, open your heart wider now, for I am about to show you something that will change how you see your very existence. Heaven is not distant, far away in unreachable skies. Heaven is moving around you right now. The unseen realm is alive with activity, and you are not as alone as you have believed. Even as you sit here, even as you breathe, my angels are already positioned around you. They are not far. They are not delayed. They are not uncertain of their assignment. They are here, surrounding you like a shield, standing guard over your life, preparing the way for the miracle I am about to release. The atmosphere around you is shifting, though your natural eyes may not see it. The air of your spirit has already changed. The heaviness you carried has begun to lift. The burdens that weighed on you are being broken, and the chains that tried to hold you are snapping one by one. Can you not feel it, my child? That subtle stirring in your heart, that sense of peace where there once was panic, that breath of hope where despair once reigned, that is heaven moving in your midst. It is not imagination. It is not coincidence. It is my hand, my presence, my army of angels surrounding you. Today is not like other days. This is not routine, not common, not simply another turn of the calendar. This day is marked by my intervention. I have written this day with fire. I have carved it into eternity with purpose. And I have released heaven's resources into your life in ways you will soon see with your own eyes. Do not think for a moment that your prayers have been in vain, that your tears have been ignored, or that your waiting has been wasted. Every word you spoke in desperation, every sigh you breathed in silence, every longing you carried when you felt unseen, I have gathered them all, and today I am moving in response. Even now, angels are carrying assignments with your name written upon them. They are bringing peace into your restless nights. They are bringing provision where you saw lack. They are bringing healing into the very places of your body, your mind, and your soul that cried out for restoration. They are opening doors that no man can shut, doors you thought were long sealed, opportunities you thought were lost forever. My angels are working even in the hearts of people you have prayed for, softening what seemed hard, turning what seemed resistant, lining what seemed impossible. You may not see it all at once, but you will soon see the evidence. What you once thought would never shift will begin to move, and you will know that heaven has acted on your behalf. Do not underestimate what is happening around you right now. Do not dismiss the stirring as small or insignificant. For I tell you the truth, what begins in the unseen realm is greater than anything you can yet imagine. The unseen is shaping the seen. The spiritual is realigning the natural. The divine is invading the earthly. This is why you feel a tension in your spirit, why you sense a holy urgency, why something deep within you is awakening. It is because the unseen has already shifted, and the natural is catching up with it. My child, I want you to understand that I never send my angels without reason. They do not wander aimlessly. They do not appear without purpose. They are ministers of my will, flames of fire carrying out my commands, and today they are carrying out assignments for you. Do not think yourself too small, too unworthy, or too forgotten for such attention. You are mine. You are chosen. You are beloved. And for you, I have moved heaven into motion. For you, I have positioned warriors of light. For you, I have commanded angels to stand guard. You may not see them, but their presence is real. You may not hear them, but their work is undeniable. When you feel peace wash over you suddenly, when you sense protection in moments that could have destroyed you, when you experience doors opening where there was no way, know this: my angels have been there. I sent them. I commanded them. And they obeyed for your sake. Comment Jesus. Be my defender if you trust His protection. Today is holy, my child. Today is marked by my hand. Do not treat it as ordinary. Many days passed where you waited and saw little change, but this day carries the fragrance of breakthrough. This day is soaked in divine timing. This day carries the fingerprints of heaven. You will look back and say, that was the day everything shifted. That was the day God moved for me. That was the day the impossible became possible. Lift your eyes beyond what you see in the natural. Do not measure your life by your circumstances, for circumstances are temporary, but my word is eternal. What I am declaring now will outlast the storms. It will break through the barriers. It will remain standing when everything else crumbles. My intervention is not fleeting. It is not fragile. It is not conditional upon man's approval. It is rooted in my power, anchored in my love, and carried by the authority of heaven itself. I know, my beloved, that you have grown weary. I know the days have felt long, the nights even longer. I know you have looked at your situation and wondered, Lord, when will things change? When will I see the answers? When will I walk in freedom? I tell you now, this is the day I have appointed. This is the day the answers begin to unfold. This is the day freedom starts to break forth. Not tomorrow, not years from now, but today. Do not despise small signs. When you see peace where there was fear, rejoice. When you see even one door open, celebrate. When you feel weight lifting, give thanks. For these are the first ripples of a greater wave. These are the early signs of the full breakthrough. Do not overlook them. Do not dismiss them. They are proof that heaven has already moved. My child, I do not want you to walk with fear any longer. The enemy will try to convince you that nothing has changed, that these words are just feelings, that what you long for will never come. But I tell you, rebuke those lies. Stand firm on my word. Believe that I am moving even when you cannot yet see. Trust that the unseen is already shifting the scene. For faith is not sight. Faith is believing me even when nothing looks different. Faith is knowing that if I have spoken it, it is already done. The unseen realm is aligning for you. Everything that once resisted is being softened. Every delay is being broken. Every chain is being snapped. Every obstacle is being moved. And the angels I have assigned are ensuring that what I have spoken over you comes to pass. No enemy can stand against it. No power can resist it. No scheme can do it. For when I declare a thing, it shall be established. So listen carefully, my beloved. Today is not like other days. Today is marked by my intervention. Today carries the seal of heaven. Today I have moved on your behalf. Do not doubt it. Do not minimize it. Do not miss it. Receive it, embrace it, and walk forward with faith. For I, the Lord your God, have spoken it, and it is already unfolding. My beloved child, draw near to me now, for I want to speak to the deepest part of your heart. I have seen what no one else has seen. I have watched the hidden battles you fought when no one was there to cheer you on. I have walked beside you in the lonely nights when your pillow was soaked with tears, when your mind was restless with questions, when your spirit was weary and heavy with burdens too deep to share. I have been with you in the hours when silence seemed to roar louder than any sound, when your cries felt unanswered, and when your prayers felt like they dissolved into the air. My child, I want you to know this truth beyond any shadow of doubt. I heard every prayer. I saw every tear. Not one was wasted. There were moments when you thought no one cared. Times when you felt invisible, unheard, forgotten even by me. You asked, Lord, where are you? Do you see me? Do you hear me? Do you care? And though you could not feel my presence then, I was closer to you than your very breath. I bent low to collect the tears that streamed from your eyes. I leaned in to hear the whispers of your broken heart. Every word you uttered in pain was recorded in my heart. Every sigh that escaped your chest was understood by me as clearly as if you had spoken it aloud. Nothing you endured slipped past my notice. My beloved, you must understand how precious you are to me. Your tears are not forgotten droplets lost in the earth. They are treasures gathered by my hands. I hold them in a bottle, as my word has promised, and I carry them with tenderness. Each tear is a testimony of your endurance, a witness of your faith even when your faith felt small. Each tear has been woven into the fabric of the miracle I am preparing for you. Do not think your pain was wasted. Do not think your nights of weeping served no purpose. Even your suffering has been a seed, planted in faith, watered with tears, and destined to bear fruit in my timing. I know how weary you have felt. I know how the weight of disappointment pressed against your chest like a heavy stone. I know how you tried to smile when your heart was breaking, how you carried yourself through the day while crumbling inside. You thought no one noticed, but I did. I watched as you fought battles no one applauded you for. I watched as you chose to keep going when everything in you wanted to give up. I saw the courage it took to rise each morning when your soul begged for rest. And I tell you now, my child, I am proud of you. You did not endure in vain. Every battle shaped you. Every tear watered the ground of your destiny. Every sleepless night drew me closer to your heart. You could not see it then, but I was strengthening you, refining you, preparing you for what is unfolding now. Your pain was not palliated with preparation. Your struggle was not abandonment, it was alignment. I was molding your character, deepening your faith, and sharpening your discernment. What you thought was breaking you was actually building you into the vessel I need for the season ahead. There were moments when you looked at yourself and thought, I am too weak. I am too broken. I cannot go on. But even then, my strength was made perfect in your weakness. Even then, my grace carried you. Even then, I whispered to your soul, keep going, for I am with you. You may not have realized it, but it was my hand that lifted you when you had no strength left. It was my spirit that gave you the breath to take one more step. It was my love that refused to let you collapse beneath the weight of despair. My child, I have watched you walk through rejection. I have seen the betrayal that cut so deep you thought you would never heal. I know the sting of words spoken against you, the wounds inflicted by those you trusted, the loneliness of being misunderstood. You questioned why I allowed it. You wondered why I did not shield you from such pain. But hear me clearly. I never abandoned you. I never left you unprotected. Even in the betrayal, I was guarding your soul. Even in the rejection, I was redirecting your path. Even in the loss, I was preparing restoration greater than what you had before. What others meant for harm, I am turning for your good. Do not despise the tears you have shed. They are not a sign of weakness, they are proof of your endurance. They testify that even when it hurt, you still longed for me. They reveal that even when you felt forgotten, you still called my name. And I tell you, those tears are precious to me. They water the ground from which your joy will spring forth. For my word declares that those who sow in tears will reap with songs of joy. Your season of weeping is not endless. Your harvest of joy is near. Tyke Father, you know my heart if you long for His presence. I have seen how you prayed prayers that seemed to bounce off the walls. You thought they went unanswered. You thought they were ignored. But I assure you, every prayer reached my throne. Not one was lost, and not one was forgotten. Some were answered in ways you could not yet perceive. Some were delayed because the timing was not yet right. Some were redirected because I had something better than what you asked. But none were wasted. Every prayer has been stored in heaven, and at the appointed time they shall be released into your life in ways that will leave you in awe. You have walked through valleys so dark that you wondered if you would survive. But you did survive. You have carried weights so heavy you wondered if they would crush you. But they did not crush you. You have faced storms so fierce you thought they would drown you. But you did not drown. Do you not see, my child? You are still here because I carried you. You are still standing because I held you. You are still breathing because I sustained you. Every battle you faced was proof of my presence, not my absence. The enemy tried to convince you that you were abandoned. He whispered lies into your weary heart, telling you that you were forgotten, that you were unloved, that you were alone. But I declare to you now, those were lies. I never left you. I never turned my face from you. I never withdrew my hand. Even when you could not feel me, I was holding you. Even when you thought I was silent, I was speaking through every circumstance. Even when you thought I was absent, I was closer than ever. You may have scars, but they are not signs of defeat, they are marks of survival. They are proof that you endured. They are reminders that even in the darkest places, my light sustained you. One day, those scars will testify of my goodness. They will be the evidence you show others to declare, I went through the fire, but I was not consumed. I walked through the waters, but I was not drowned. The Lord was with me, and He delivered me. Beloved child, do not despise your journey. Do not curse the nights you cried or the days you struggled. They were not wasted. They were not meaningless. They were the very soil in which I planted strength, endurance, faith, and hope. They were the refining fire that shaped you into who you are now. They were the preparation for the glory I am about to reveal in your life. Hear me now. Nothing you endured will be wasted. Every tear, every prayer, every battle, it all serves a purpose. It all has meaning. I am weaving it together into a story greater than you can comprehend. And soon, you will see how even the pain became part of the miracle. You will look back and understand that I was with you all along, that I never abandoned you, and that I was working all things for your good. So lift your head, my child. Wipe the tears from your eyes. Know that I, your God, have seen it all, remembered it all, and treasured it all. Your suffering was not in vain. Your struggles were not wasted. I am about to turn your mourning into dancing, your sorrow into joy, your brokenness into beauty. And when I do, you will know beyond all doubt that I am faithful, that I am near, and that I have loved you with an everlasting love. Type Amen to declare new beginnings over your life, and share this message so others may find hope too. My child, this is your final call. Do not ignore the voice that speaks straight into your heart right now. Heaven has paused just to reach you. I'm not here to remind you of what you've lost. I'm here to tell you what you're about to gain. You waited long enough. No more delay. This moment is your turning point, your last chance to step fully into the future I've prepared. If you pass by this message, you risk missing the greatest miracle of your life. My beloved child, I am speaking directly to you, straight into the center of your heart. I see the road you've been walking, and I know how weary your feet have become. But I don't want to talk about your tiredness or struggles today. I want to talk about your strength, the hidden power inside you that you've forgotten is there. I saw every moment you stood firm, even when you felt shaky inside. I saw the nights you chose hope over doubt, courage over worry. You've carried burdens, but now is the time to set them down. I'm not here to remind you of what went wrong. I'm here to remind you of the promise that's waiting ahead. You've wondered many times if I truly hear you, if your quiet prayers ever reach my ears. Today, I'm answering loudly and clearly. Yes, my child, I hear every single word. I hear the things your heart whispers when you have no strength left to speak. And right now, I'm calling you closer because your breakthrough is ready. This is not just another moment. This is your turning point. You've stood at this crossroads before, hesitating, questioning if it's really me speaking. But today, my voice is unmistakable. This is your final call to step away from what holds you back. The uncertainty you've lived with, the constant wondering if you're making the right decisions, is ending now. I'm leading you into certainty and clarity. Child, what you've been holding tightly to cannot compare to what I've prepared. Let go of yesterday's disappointments. Release the words spoken over you that made you feel small or unworthy. They were never true. My words about you have always been clear. You are valuable. You are chosen. And now is your time to rise. There are people and places you've held on to, hoping they would fill spaces only I can fill. Today, I'm gently urging you, release them. Trust me to fill every gap, to restore every loss, and to replace every empty space with joy and fulfillment you haven't imagined yet. You won't find peace by holding on to the past. Your peace comes from moving forward with me. I have watched you wait patiently, sometimes feeling forgotten, sometimes thinking the blessing passed you by. But listen to me closely, my child. What seemed like delay was actually preparation. Nothing has been wasted. Every step you've taken, every door that closed, every person who walked away has led you closer to this divine appointment. I'm telling you this clearly, so you don't misunderstand. The past no longer has power over you unless you choose to hold on to it. Your future, my child, is calling you forward. I've prepared blessings, joy, healing, and new beginnings that await your brave step of faith. Right, I am nothing without you. Lord, if He's your strength, this moment is special, it's yours alone. Others might hear this message, but right now, it's just you and me. I'm looking straight at you, into the depths of who you are, and I'm saying, trust me one more time. Take my hand again, even if you're afraid, even if doubts whisper around you. I promise you, I'm stronger than your doubts. I'm bigger than your fears. If you respond to this final call, the confusion that clouded your mind will lift. The heaviness you felt will disappear. My presence will surround you with peace that stays even when life changes. You'll wake up and realize you don't have to worry anymore, not because problems vanish instantly, but because you will finally understand I am fighting for you. I am ready to heal your heart completely, not just partly, but fully. The scars you've quietly accepted as permanent are not permanent to me. They are places where I will now show my greatest power. I'm ready to restore relationships you believed were beyond repair. I'm ready to open doors you thought were forever closed. And when I do this, you will know without a doubt that it was me. My beloved, you don't need to carry these heavy burdens alone anymore. Lay them at my feet, right now. Allow yourself to breathe freely again. I didn't create you to live worried, stressed, or afraid. You were created to thrive, to flourish, and to shine brightly in a world that needs your unique light. Your time of simply surviving is finished. Your new season of living fully boldly is here. But you must step forward. You must say goodbye to what was comfortable but no longer fits you. Trust that I'm bringing something far better, something tailor-made just for you. Within moments of truly deciding, you'll begin feeling lighter, freer, and clearer. Your next steps will not be confusing. They will be sure, directed, and peaceful because I am guiding every single one. This is your final call, my child. Don't walk away. Don't close your heart. Say yes, and watch how quickly I move. Heaven is ready to celebrate this decision. Angels stand ready to support your choice. All you need to do is trust me, right here, right now. I love you deeply, more deeply than you can understand. And today, I'm calling you forward, not backward, to a life filled with joy, purpose, and lasting peace. You have been longing to see the world around you change, but today, I'm starting that change within you. The peace you searched for, the joy you've imagined, and the life you secretly dream of, they are not distant ideas. They are realities I am bringing closer right now. You've often asked yourself quietly if you're strong enough for what lies ahead. Listen carefully. It's not your strength I'm depending on. It is mine. When you feel unsure or afraid, remind yourself that you were never meant to walk alone. I'm not asking you to be perfect or even strong enough. I'm asking you to trust me to carry you when your own strength fades. My beloved, there have been nights when you felt overlooked and wondered if your life truly mattered. I have heard the quiet thoughts of your heart, the questions no one else hears. And today, I'm answering clearly. Your life matters greatly. You were made with intention. Every detail about you, even the things you don't understand, were designed uniquely by me. Nothing about you was accidental. Everything about you has purpose. I am inviting you today to step away from everything that clouds your vision and steals your peace. You're used to carrying burdens that never belong to you. You've carried expectations from others, fears of failure, and worries about the future. But, child, those burdens are not yours to bear. Give them to me right now. Let me carry them for you. Imagine how your life could look if you truly handed everything to me: your family, your dreams, your decisions, and even your mistakes. I promise you that nothing you trust me with will ever be lost. Instead, you'll find it returned to you better than before, filled with my blessing and favor. This isn't just about letting go, it's about what you will receive in return. I'm offering you freedom from the heaviness that has held you down. I'm offering you peace that remains steady even in storms. I'm giving you joy that doesn't depend on circumstances, happiness that stays when everything around you shifts. Think of your life as a book. Today, we turn the page together. You've read the previous chapters many times over, some full of laughter, others filled with tears. But what's coming next will surprise you in ways you cannot yet imagine. It's not a continuation of past struggles, but a brand new beginning. I'm already preparing the people you'll meet, the opportunities you'll step into, and the blessings you'll encounter. All you have to do is trust me enough to walk forward into the unknown. Remember, I see further than you do. I know what you need before you do, and I'm already providing it. Your heart sometimes fears new beginnings because you've become comfortable where you are, even if it's not fully satisfying. But comfort isn't always safety. Sometimes it's holding you back from the true life I designed for you. I'm gently calling you out of what you've always known, not to harm you, but to show you the greater things I've planned. I have hidden gifts along your path, special moments, unexpected blessings, and relationships that will nurture your spirit. You won't need to struggle or strive for them. They will come easily, naturally, as you trust me fully. Please support our channel. Our goals is to bring happiness in your life and to bring devotion and reverence towards God. And if you want, you can donate us through the super thanks button down below. The next steps I'm guiding you to take might feel unfamiliar, maybe even uncomfortable at first. But soon, you'll see they lead exactly where you always dreamed of going, though you didn't know how to get there. Trust me, I'm not just leading you. I'm walking with you every step of the way. Let your heart feel excited again. Allow yourself to grieve again, to hope again, to expect my goodness again. You've guarded your heart, afraid of disappointment, but I'm asking you to trust once more. Not in people who have let you down, not in situations that have failed you, but in me, who never changes and never leaves. This moment is sacred, child, because you stand at a crossroads of what was and what could be. You hesitated long enough. It's time to choose confidently. I'm standing beside you, hand outstretched, ready to guide you forward. All of heaven waits eagerly for your decision, ready to support you the moment you say yes. Let your yes today be firm, sure, and unwavering. Let your yes be the moment you finally drop the heavy loads you've carried far too long. Let your yes be the moment you fully embrace a life that's rich, meaningful, and filled with purpose beyond your imagination. This is your final call, not as a threat, but as an invitation, one filled with hope, filled with possibilities. I am your Father, and I only want good things for you. Don't hesitate. Don't doubt. Take my hand, and let's walk forward together. My child, right now let your heart be at ease. Allow yourself to finally breathe deeply, because I'm about to fill your life with something beautiful and new. I see how hard you've tried to put everything together, but now I'm stepping in to complete the picture. I've watched your quiet battles, the questions you never shared, and I am here today to show you clearly that your season of waiting is coming to a gentle end. I've noticed how you try to handle everything alone, believing it's your job to fix what's broken or missing. But hear me, beloved, you were never meant to do it all alone. Let me step into the story and finish what you've started. I'm not asking you to carry everything perfectly. I'm simply asking you to let me help you. You've been strong for everyone else. You've shown patience when others tested you, kindness when you felt none returned, and compassion even when you were tired. But today, I'm bringing a wave of refreshing strength just for you. I'm sending you moments of peace you haven't experienced in a long time, moments that remind you just how deeply you're loved. I see the dreams you've quietly tucked away, thinking maybe they weren't meant for you. But, my child, I placed those dreams in your heart for a purpose. Those dreams were never forgotten by me. And now, it's time to see them come to life. Trust me to resurrect what you thought was lost forever. You're not defined by the setbacks you've faced or the moments when you felt uncertain. You are defined by me, the one who made you, loves you, and has great plans still waiting for you. I know exactly where you've been and precisely what you faced. But what matters more now is where I'm taking you. I am leading you into opportunities that perfectly match who I made you to be. You don't have to chase after things anymore. These blessings will come naturally because they've been prepared specifically for you. Here's a place of belonging, acceptance, and purpose I've designed, and you are about to step into it fully. Child, listen carefully. You don't have to pretend anymore. You don't have to keep proving your worth or working harder to gain approval. You already have mine, and that's enough. I love you deeply, completely, without conditions or expectations. Your heart can rest securely in that truth. Your worth isn't based on your achievements, your success, or how others see you. Your worth comes from me alone. And to me, you're priceless. You are my treasure, the one I chose intentionally and with great joy. Your life is valuable beyond measure, and I am committed to seeing you fully embrace the life you were always meant to live. Let me lift from your shoulders the worry you carry, the worry about tomorrow, about things you cannot control. Let me replace that worry with peace that goes beyond human understanding. The peace I offer isn't temporary. It's lasting, stable, and steady even when everything around you shifts. There are good things coming your way, surprises that will remind you just how well I know you. You will soon discover the moments ahead are sweeter than you ever imagined. Relationships will begin to bloom beautifully. New opportunities will present themselves, and the desires of your heart will start unfolding right before your eyes. Your journey hasn't been simple, but the steps ahead will become clearer, easier, and brighter. The confusion you faced is coming to an end. You're moving toward clarity, understanding, and renewed confidence. You'll walk into places you once thought impossible and stand amazed at how I've opened doors you didn't even know existed. Today, I ask you to trust me fully like you never have before. Let your fears fade as your faith rises. Hold on to my promises tightly, because they're true, reliable, and they never expire. I'm committed to you not only today, but for every moment of your life. Comment Jesus, be my defender if you trust his protection. My child, your future is not a mystery to me. I've seen every detail, every twist, every turn, and I've prepared the way ahead. There's no reason to fear what you don't yet understand, because I am already there, guiding and protecting you every step of the way. Let your heart feel hopeful again. Believe again in possibilities, in miracles, in the extraordinary unfolding right in front of you. My love is stronger than your greatest doubts, and my strength far exceeds your greatest challenges. This is your moment to stand firm and say, "Yes, I believe you, God. I trust that everything you promise will become real in my life." When you do, heaven celebrates, and the path in front of you brightens immediately. Remember this clearly, child. This is not just a message. It's a promise directly from my heart to yours. If you take hold of it now, your life will shift into something remarkable, something beautifully designed just for you. I love you, I cherish you, and today I'm calling you forward. Don't look back, just step confidently ahead, knowing I'm with you, forever guiding you into a brighter, more joyful future. I know sometimes you've quietly wondered if I truly hear you, if I understand exactly how you feel deep inside. Today, I want you to know that I hear even your softest whisper, your quietest prayer, and your deepest sigh. You matter greatly to me, more than you can imagine. I've watched you carefully planting seeds of kindness in the lives of others, never expecting anything in return. You've offered patience, love, and understanding freely even when it was difficult. But now, beloved, it's your turn to experience the harvest. Your season of giving has prepared you for a season of receiving. Let your heart become expectant, because good things are already beginning to bloom in your life. Don't be afraid to hope again, even though you've known disappointment before. Trust me when I say that what I have planned for you is more beautiful than what was left behind. I am not leading you backward, but forward into greater joy, deeper peace, and fuller understanding. Child, your life is not a random series of events. It's a carefully crafted story I've written just for you. Right now, I'm turning the page and inviting you into a new chapter, one filled with joy and fulfillment. Trust that every step you take forward is guided by me. Even if you feel unsure, I will hold your hand and show you clearly that you're not alone. Let your heart open fully now, and let go of the things you've been holding too tightly. As you release what you've clung to, you will feel a weight lift from your spirit. You'll feel lighter, freer, and more at peace. This peace comes from me, and it will become the steady heartbeat of your life. I've noticed that sometimes you compare your journey to others, but your path is unique. It was created specifically for you. There's no need to measure yourself against anyone else's progress. I am writing a beautiful story in your life, a story that will inspire others, because it reveals my love through you. Today, I'm giving you permission to rest in my presence. You've been working so hard, striving to fix things around you, but I want you to pause now and simply rest. In this restful moment, you'll discover a strength you didn't realize was there. It's not found in busyness, but in quiet trust and peaceful confidence. I'm preparing to surprise you, child. Expect it. Be on the lookout for blessings in unexpected places, new friendships that encourage your heart, moments that remind you of my love, and opportunities to experience joy in fresh ways. These aren't random, they are intentional reminders of how deeply you're loved. Beloved, you've always tried to carry your load quietly. You've done your best without complaining, without making demands. And now let me carry you. Lean fully on me. My arms are strong enough to hold you, steady enough to calm you, and gentle enough to comfort you. You don't need to carry burdens alone ever again. I know your dreams. I place them inside your heart, and today I remind you that no dream I give is impossible. I'm breathing new life into them. Where you saw impossibility, I see endless possibilities. Where you saw limitations, I see opportunities. Trust me, and watch closely as your dreams begin to unfold into reality. Let yourself feel joy today. Let it bubble up from deep within your soul. You've waited patiently, but now it's time to rejoice. Celebrate the beautiful moments, even the small ones, because they are signs of greater blessings coming your way. Your life is a gift, and I delight in seeing you live it fully. My child, this is your final call, a loving invitation to trust me more deeply. I want to transform your daily life, making it richer and fuller than ever before. I want you to wake up each morning with fresh hope, eager to see what new things I've prepared. This message is not just encouragement, it's a promise. I am here. I am faithful. I am committed to your happiness, your peace, and your growth. Take my hand now and walk forward into the joyful life waiting ahead. I will never leave you, and today marks the beginning of a wonderful new season, a season where joy outshines your worries, peace quiets your fears, and my love guides your every step. My child, let your heart become still, because right now I'm about to reveal something special just for you. You've often asked me, when will things get easier? When will I see clearly what you've planned for me? The answer is now. Right now, I am clearing the fog that has made your path feel uncertain. I am gently guiding you out of confusion and into perfect clarity. You see, I've been working behind the scenes, arranging moments that will soon make perfect sense. The timing of your life isn't accidental. Every event, every encounter, every opportunity hath been carefully prepared to lead you here, to this exact point of readiness. Today, you stand on the edge of something remarkable, something that will make your spirit soar. Let go of the idea that you need to understand everything to move forward. Trust doesn't require perfect understanding. It simply requires faith. And faith means stepping forward even when the next step isn't clear, because you trust the one who guides you. Know that I am with you, always, even in the smallest details. Child, the joy I have prepared for you isn't far away. It isn't something you'll reach someday in the distant future. It's here, available right now. You've often searched for joy in temporary things, in people, in situations that change too quickly. But today, I offer you lasting joy, a happiness that remains steady, stable, and secure because it comes directly from me. You were not created to live life barely getting by. You were created for abundance, a life overflowing with goodness, kindness, peace, and purpose. I'm calling you into that abundance today. Let your heart believe again in what's possible. Let yourself expect good things, beautiful surprises, and joyful moments. Don't hold back your hope, let it run freely. Today, I encourage you to dream again. Not cautiously, but boldly. Imagine the wonderful future I'm preparing. Picture the places you'll go, the people you'll impact, the love you'll experience. Your dreams aren't just your own, they're visions I've placed within you, waiting to be realized. And the time for those dreams to become reality is closer than you know. My beloved, you've spent enough time looking back, wondering if your best days were behind you. Today, look ahead. The life you were made to live is not in your past, it's right in front of you. The blessings, the breakthroughs, the friendships, and the opportunities I've designed specifically for you are all waiting to meet you on this new road. I'm about to surprise you with moments of happiness that come in ways you didn't expect. Little things will begin to fall into place easily, gently reassuring you that you're exactly where you're meant to be. These moments are reminders that you are seen, loved, and guided by me. I want you to remember, child, that I am the author of your story. There may be twists and turns, but I promise you the ending is beautiful. The chapters ahead are filled with laughter, deep relationships, fulfilled dreams, and meaningful adventures. Trust me to bring it all together in ways that exceed even your greatest expectations. You don't have to push or struggle anymore. Let me carry you. Let me guide your steps with gentleness and love. I'll show you exactly where to go, whom to trust, and when to act. All I ask is that you listen closely to my voice and trust that I'm leading you towards something wonderful. You're entering a time when the burdens you've carried will become lighter. You'll find it easier to smile, easier to love, easier to give freely because you'll feel my support beneath every step you take. Let your heart relax fully into my love today. This is your time for renewal, for restoration, and for joy. You don't have to wait any longer. I'm already opening doors no one else can close. I am pouring out blessings no one else can stop. And I'm writing a story for you that no one else can write. Tight Father, you know my heart if you long for His presence. My child, step forward now without fear. Step forward with hope, confidence, and expectation. This is your final call, not to loss, but to gain. Not to endings, but to fresh beginnings. I am walking ahead of you, beside you, and within you, guiding you into a future filled with more joy and meaning than you've ever known before. My child, as you hear these words, let your soul feel deeply encouraged and strengthened. You've been quietly hoping for change, quietly expecting miracles, and quietly believing that better days would come. Today, I tell you clearly, your silent hopes were always heard, your quiet expectations were always understood, and your gentle belief has never gone unnoticed by me. Now, I'm beginning a fresh chapter for you, a chapter filled with opportunities that perfectly match who you are becoming. No more settling for less than what I planned for you. No more staying stuck in places that don't feel right. I am gently guiding you toward new adventures that will awaken joy inside you again. Let yourself feel the excitement of possibilities again. I know you sometimes held yourself back, worried about getting your hopes too high. But remember, my child, hope is exactly what you need most right now. Let hope rise inside you, because hope brings new life, new strength, and new courage to face whatever lies ahead. I am restoring relationships in ways you never imagined possible. Friendships and connections that feel distant or uncertain will grow closer and deeper again. You'll find warmth returning to areas of your life that have felt empty or lonely. Trust me to mend what's been broken and to bring together hearts that need healing. I am also preparing new friendships and new people who will encourage and support you. People who understand you deeply and appreciate the real you. You won't have to pretend or explain yourself. You'll feel genuinely seen, known, and valued. These new connections will strengthen your spirit and inspire your dreams. My beloved, allow yourself to rest deeply now. You don't need to constantly push yourself or stay busy to prove your worth. Your worth is already secure in me. Rest in knowing you are already accepted, cherished, and deeply loved exactly as you are. No more striving, no more chasing after approval. You already have my approval, and that's enough. Today, let joy fill your heart again. The kind of joy that bubbles up easily, without effort, because you know everything is in my hands. I've got you. I've got your situation, your family, your dreams, and every worry you've ever carried. You can relax completely because I'm taking care of everything for you, beloved. Listener, let's pray together. Dear Heavenly Father, today I come before you with an open heart. Life often changes in ways I don't expect, but I know you are always with me. Thank you for being my steady hand when everything around me feels uncertain. You never change, and your love remains the same. Lord, help me see every season of life through your eyes. When things shift or fall apart, remind me that you are building something new. Teach me to trust your timing, even when I don't understand. Fill me with peace when I feel afraid, and help me to let go of anything that no longer fits in the path you have chosen for me. Forgive me, Lord, for the times I held on too tightly to my own ways. Sometimes I let worry and fear take control, forgetting that you already have a plan for my future. Today I surrender my thoughts, my plans, and my heart to you again. Shape me into the person you've called me to be. Help me walk forward with faith, not looking back in regret but stepping ahead with hope. Whether I'm in a time of waiting or moving quickly into something new, let me know deep inside that you are guiding my every step. Thank you for your grace that meets me right where I am. Thank you for walking with me, for holding me when I feel weak, and for giving me strength to keep going. I place my trust in you completely, Lord. In Jesus' name, I pray, amen. Type amen if you believe, and share this video to bless someone today in Jesus' name. My child, listen to me with your whole heart right now, because heaven is calling you in this very moment. And this call is not faint, not accidental, not something you can afford to overlook. It is a call that has been echoing over your life long before your eyes reached this message. This moment was written into your story, woven into the fabric of time, arranged by my hand with precision you cannot yet comprehend. You are not here because you scrolled at the right time. You are not here because of coincidence. You are here because I, Jesus, placed this message directly in your path as a divine appointment, as a sacred interruption, as the signal that the season you have been trapped in is finally shifting. My child, heaven is calling you right now, and you must not turn away. Do not ignore this moment, for if you look away, if you scroll past, if you silence what your spirit is finally beginning to recognize, you will miss what I sent from heaven specifically for you. My beloved one, I have watched you walk through days when your heart felt heavy, when your thoughts felt loud, when you wondered if I still saw you, if I still heard you, if I still cared about the battles you could not speak about. I saw every tear you hid from the world. I heard every unspoken question you tucked into the corners of your mind. I followed every step you took through fear, through uncertainty, through loneliness, through nights when you whispered, "Lord, do you still remember me?" And yes, my child, I remembered. I remembered you when you thought you were forgotten. I stayed near when you assumed I was far. I covered you when you believed no one was fighting for you. I protected your heart even in the moments you felt it breaking. And now, at this exact moment, this holy, hand-selected moment, I am calling you, because something in your spirit has reached the point where it can no longer remain silent, no longer stay asleep, no longer stay hidden beneath the weight of everything you've endured. Heaven is calling you, and this call is not gentle. It is urgent. It is pressing. It is ringing for you because something has shifted in the spiritual realm, and I do not want you to miss what is unfolding. My child, there are messages that come as comfort, and there are messages that come as warnings, but this is neither. It is a summons from heaven into the next chapter of who you are becoming. Do not tell yourself this is just another moment, just another message, just another voice among the noise. No, my beloved, this is me. This is Jesus. This is your Savior speaking into the deepest part of your heart, calling you by name, reaching for you with urgency because I know how close you are to stepping into something greater than anything you have known before. You may feel your heart trembling right now. You may sense a stirring you haven't felt in a long time. You may feel a warmth, a weight, a pull, a sudden awareness that something sacred is happening. That is my presence. That is my voice touching your spirit. That is heaven drawing near to you. Do you think it is random that these words are reaching you now, in this hour, after the days you cried, after the nights you wrestled, after the moments you doubted your worth, your future, and my plan for you? My child, nothing about this is random. I arranged this encounter with divine intention. I orchestrated every second that brought you to this point. I aligned time, circumstance, emotion, and even the position of your heart to ensure that when heaven called, you would be able to hear it. This message is a doorway. If you step through it, if you stay with me, if you let these words touch you deeply, I will reveal things you were not ready to hear before. I will show you the reasons behind your delays, the meaning behind your battles, the purpose behind the wounds you thought would never heal. I will lift burdens off you that you've carried alone for too long. I will open the eyes of your spirit to see what I have been preparing for you in secret. But if you turn away now, if you ignore this call, if you decide that this moment is not worth your attention, you will walk past something heaven handcrafted for you. You will miss the clarity, the breakthrough, the healing, the direction, and the divine answer I sent through these words. My beloved child, I am calling you because you have reached the turning point of a season. You have reached the edge of something new. You have come to the moment where the past loses its grip, where old wounds begin to loosen, where the heaviness that has followed you begins to fall away. But this cannot happen without your awareness, without your openness, without your willingness to listen. That is why my voice is urgent. That is why I place these words in your path. That is why heaven is calling you loudly, clearly, relentlessly, because you cannot stay where you are anymore. There is too much waiting within you, too much calling you forward, too much I have prepared for your next chapter. My child, let these words sink deeply into your spirit. Heaven is calling you right now, not tomorrow, not someday, not when you feel ready. Now, this is the hour. This is the moment. This is the divine invitation that carries the weight of destiny. I did not call someone else. I called you. I did not send this message for another soul. I send it for you. I did not ring this heavenly call over someone more perfect, more put together, more holy, more confident. I rang it for the one who feels unworthy, the one who feels tired, the one who feels forgotten, the one who feels small, the one who needs this message more than they realize. You, my beloved child. So listen. Today, do not walk away. For if you ignore this call, you will miss what heaven opened for you. But if you stay with me until the final word, I will show you that this moment, this very moment, is the beginning of everything you have prayed for. Type Amen. Jesus is the answer to all my needs if He holds every solution in your life. My child, open your heart fully now, for I am calling you directly, personally, intentionally, with a voice that has echoed through eternity to reach you in this exact moment. This call from heaven is not faint, not distant, not unclear. It is ringing within your spirit even now, resonating in places you have not touched in a long time. You may not hear it with your ears, but I assure you, your soul recognizes it. Your spirit knows it. Your heart feels it. You can sense something stirring inside you, something awakening that you cannot explain with earthly words. That stirring is me. That pull is me. That sudden stillness around you, that gentle heaviness settling in your chest, that awareness that something is happening right now, that is my call ringing into the deepest parts of you. My child, do not ignore the sound of heaven when it reaches for you, because this is not just a message. This is a divine summons over your life. You may tell yourself that you simply came across this message by chance, but I tell you the truth. There is no chance here. There is no accident in my kingdom. There is no coincidence with the God who formed galaxies with intention and breathed life into you on purpose. Do not reduce this holy moment to an algorithm or a digital accident. Do not assume you just happened to be here. I placed this message before you deliberately. I orchestrated this moment long before you arrived in it. I aligned circumstances, breaths, thoughts, rhythms of time, and unseen movements in the spiritual realm just to make sure you would be right here, right now, with a heart open enough to hear me calling. I have been pursuing you, waiting for you, watching you, protecting you, and preparing you even in the moments when you felt abandoned, forgotten, or unseen. I have never stopped moving toward you, even when you stopped moving toward me. My child, I am calling you because your spirit is finally ready to hear me again. There were seasons when my voice reached for you, but the noise around you was too loud. There were moments when I whispered to you, but your heart was too wounded to recognize me. There were times when I drew near, but your tears blocked the sound of my presence. Do not be ashamed. I never blamed you. I never turned my face from you. Instead, I waited with the patience of eternity, knowing the day would come when your soul would soften again, when your spirit would open again, when your heart would ache deeply enough to hear my call not as an idea, not as a possibility, but as a lifeline. Today is that day. This moment is holy because your heart is aligned with heaven in a way it has not been for a long time. I have watched you walk through storms that should have broken you. I have seen you rise on days when you had no strength left. I have counted every sigh, every tear, every whispered prayer, every silent scream inside you that no one else noticed. I watched you push through pain you never voiced, endure battles you did not understand, and carry weights that felt too heavy for your shoulders. I saw you when you wanted to give up. I saw you when you questioned your purpose. I saw you when you wondered whether I still had a plan for you. And my child, I was closer to you in those moments than you ever knew. I was not far. I was not silent. I was not indifferent. I was watching you with love, waiting for the moment when your spirit would finally rise again to answer the call that has been ringing over your life since the day you were born. There is something happening in the unseen realm around you. You cannot see it with natural eyes, but your spirit has already felt it. The atmosphere around you has been shifting. The weight you've carried feels different, not heavier, but unfamiliar. The thoughts you've been having lately are not ordinary thoughts. The sudden bursts of emotion, the moments where your heart softens unexpectedly, the longing that rises in you without warning, the sense that something is changing, none of that is random. Those are signals from heaven. Those are the vibrations that come before breakthrough. Those are the signs that a spiritual shift is taking place. My call is ringing because this shift concerns you directly. It is pulling you out of an old season and ushering you into a new one. But my child, you must pick up this call to walk into what I have prepared. Understand this deeply. I am not calling you because you are perfect. I am not calling you because you have figured everything out. I am not calling you because you have been flawless in your faith. I am calling you because you are mine. I am calling you because I love you. I am calling you because you have a destiny that refuses to die, no matter how many times life has tried to bury it. I am calling you because your spirit is precious, your future is meaningful, and your purpose is still alive within my plan. And yes, I am calling you because time is moving in a new direction for you. And I will not allow you to enter this next chapter without hearing my voice clearly. My child, pick up this call with your heart, not your hands. You do not need to answer me with a gesture or a sound. You do not need to speak out loud. You do not need to perform anything. Simply open your heart. Let your spirit respond. Let your soul say, Lord, I'm listening. That is how you answer me. That is how you pick up my call. I am not calling you to religion. I'm calling you into relationship. I am not summoning you to pressure. I am inviting you into presence. I am not drawing you into fear. I am pulling you into freedom. My call is not meant to frighten you, it is meant to waken you. Because something inside you has been asleep for too long. Something inside you has been waiting to rise again. Something inside you has been longing for my voice, even when you did not know how to say it. There has been a battle over your heart for a long time, one you did not always recognize. And though the enemy tried to drown my voice out with noise, distraction, fear, anxiety, shame, loneliness, and confusion, my call has always remained louder than his lies. I have been calling you through every season. I called you in moments of joy. I called you in moments of sorrow. I called you in your strength and in your weakness. But the reason my call feels louder now is because the spiritual atmosphere has opened over your life in a way that is rare and sacred. Heaven is leaning toward you. Angels have drawn near to you. The Holy Spirit is stirring around you. And I, Jesus, am calling directly to your heart because a chain is about to break. A door is about to open. A season is about to shift. And your spirit must be awake to receive it. You may wonder why this call feels urgent. It is because time is moving differently now. The window of transformation is open, and I do not want you to miss it. There are moments in every soul's life when heaven releases a sound that must be answered. This is one of those moments for you. This is the moment when the old chains weaken. This is the moment when clarity begins to form. This is the moment when the weight on your shoulders begins to loosen. This is the moment when your heart begins to breathe again. This is the moment when heaven leans in and says, "Rise. I'm calling you higher." And my child, I refuse to let you walk past this moment unaware. Together, we can bring more light into this world. Support our work of sharing God's truth and joy by clicking super thanks. Your one act of faith helps us keep shining His love everywhere. I have waited for you with a patience that does not run out. I have pursued you with a love that never gives up. I have protected you with a strength you never fully saw. And now, I am calling you with a clarity that your heart can no longer deny. So hear me now, beloved one. Pick up this call with your heart, not your hands. Pick it up with your openness. Pick it up with your vulnerability. Pick it up with your willingness to let me reach into the parts of you that have been silent for too long. You are not reading this because you stumbled here. You are reading this because heaven has called your name. And I will not stop calling until your heart answers. My child, come closer, for I am about to speak into the places you hide from the world, the places even you struggle to face. I am reaching into the depths where your tears fall silently, where your fears whisper loudly, where your wounds linger quietly in the corners of your soul. I am speaking now to the parts of you that ache, the parts you never show, the parts that tremble behind the smile you wear when everyone is watching. I am speaking to the heart you keep guarded, the heaviness you have learned to carry alone, and the sorrow that presses against your chest when the world grows quiet. My child, I see what no one else sees. I know what no one else knows. I understand what no one else has understood. And I need you to hear me clearly now. I was there. You've walked through seasons where you felt invisible, unseen, unnoticed by the people around you. You tried to be strong, to be steady, to be the one who doesn't fall apart, but inside you were breaking in 1,000 ways that no one could see. You cried into your pillow when the world was asleep, wiping your tears quickly as if erasing them would erase the pain itself. You pressed your face into your hands during moments when the weight became too heavy, whispering, "Why do I feel so alone?" My child, I saw every tear that slipped from your eyes. I felt the tremble in your breath. I heard the quiet sob you tried to swallow. But I want you to know something sacred. Not one of those tears was wasted. I collected every single one. There were moments when you didn't know what you were feeling, just that it hurt. Moments when the ache inside you felt too deep for words, too wide for explanation, too heavy for your body to carry. You tried to push through it, to ignore it, to pretend it didn't matter. But when the room grew silent and life slowed down, the pain found you again. The sadness you hid so well crept back into your soul and wrapped itself around your thoughts. And even then, especially then, I leaned close to you. I wrapped my presence around your fragile heart the way a parent wraps their arms around a trembling child. I held you. Yes, my beloved. Even when you could not feel me, I held you. There were nights when your mind raced with fear of the future, fear of failure, fear of being unlimited, fear of losing more, fear of not being enough, fear of never healing, fear of never finding peace. You whispered your fears into the darkness like confessions you were afraid to admit out loud. You questioned everything: your worth, your purpose, your strength, your voice. You wondered whether you mattered, whether anyone cared, whether your life truly held meaning. But hear me, my child. I cared. I cared deeply. I listened to every fear, even the ones you couldn't articulate. I understood every question, even the ones you abandoned halfway through. And I did not judge you. I did not tire of you. I did not grow weary of your repeated cries. I stayed. I listened. I absorbed your pain into my spirit because I have loved you with a love that does not fade, does not break, and does not walk away. You carried burdens that were far heavier than your shoulders could bear. You forced yourself to keep functioning when your heart was exhausted. You kept giving when you had nothing left. You kept showing up when your spirit wanted to collapse. You smiled when your soul was tired. You comforted others while you were hurting inside. You tried to be dependable when you yourself had no strength. You hid your breaking because you didn't want to be a burden. But my child, you were never a burden to me. I never asked you to carry all of that alone. I never wanted you to endure the weight by yourself. You were not created to be your own protector, your own healer, your own savior. That was never my intention for you. You took on burdens that were meant to be placed into my hands. And yet, even when you tried to carry them alone, I walked beside you. There were days when you felt forgotten by others, by the world, and yes, even by me. You looked at your life and saw delay. You saw unanswered prayers. You saw silence instead of direction. And you thought to yourself, maybe God has moved on. Maybe he has more important people to care for. Maybe I am no longer seen. My beloved, I never forgot you. I never overlooked you. I never turned my face away from you for even a second. You were never in the shadows of my attention. You were always at the center of my heart. When you felt unseen, I was watching over you. When you felt unheard, I was listening to every unspoken word. When you felt abandoned, I was closer to you than your own breath. You were not forgotten, you were carried. I watched the moments when you tried to hold yourself together while everything inside you was falling apart. I saw when you forced a smile so no one would ask what was wrong. I saw when you walked into responsibilities while the weight of sorrow pressed down on you. I saw when you questioned whether your life was ever going to get better. My child, every moment you thought you were walking alone, I was next to you. Every moment you believed you were unseen, I was watching you with tenderness. Every moment you felt unheard, I was listening with compassion. Every moment you felt unprotected, I shielded you with my hand. Do you understand what it means when I say I was there? It means that in your breaking moments, when you felt shattered beyond repair, I was the one preventing your spirit from collapsing completely. It means that when darkness surrounded your thoughts, I placed unseen light in your mind so you could keep going. It means that when fear tried to crush your heart, I held back the weight so it would not destroy you. It means that when the enemy whispered lies into your spirit, lies about your worth, your value, your identity, I guarded your soul from believing them fully. It means that when pain rose like a flood inside your chest, I became the quiet strength that helped you stand. My beloved, I have been your protector even when you didn't realize you needed protection. You have walked through silent suffering, pain you never expressed because you believed no one would understand. But I understood. I understood the disappointment you couldn't speak about. I understood the heartbreak you hid behind your eyes. I understood the loneliness that wrapped itself around your soul when you felt you had no one to turn to. I understood the exhaustion that followed you each day. I understood the longing for relief that consumed your nights. And in all of this, I want you to know, you were never alone. Every time you thought you reached your breaking point, I stepped into the cracks of your heart and held you together. Every time you thought you would fall apart, I kept you standing. Every time you believed you were forgotten, I whispered your name into eternity. Every time you lost hope, I placed a spark of strength inside you. You may not have noticed it, but you felt it, the quiet push that kept you from giving up completely. That was me. That was my hand. That was my love refusing to let you drown. And my child, I shielded you even when you thought I was silent. You didn't always see what I protected you from, the wounds that never reached you, the attacks that never touched you, the dangers that never crossed your path. You saw the battles you fought, but you did not see the battles I won on your behalf before they ever reached your doorstep. The moments when destruction was planned against you but never succeeded. That was my shield. The moments when anxiety tried to break you but didn't. That was my presence. The moments when darkness wanted to swallow your hope but failed. That was my light. Even in silence, I was fighting for you. My beloved one, the suffering you endured alone was never actually endured alone. I was in the quiet room with you. I was in the car when you cried behind the wheel. I was standing beside you when you felt abandoned. I was surrounding you when your thoughts spiraled. I was holding you when you fell to your knees. And I never stopped holding you. You are not forgotten. You are not unseen. You are not unheard. You are not abandoned. You are mine. Right, amen. My hope is anchored in Christ alone if your faith rests securely in Him. My child, I need you to breathe for a moment and let my word settle deeply into the places where your loneliness has lived for far too long. I am coming to speak directly into the battles you fought in silence, the nights you cried until your pillow was wet, the seasons where you felt broken in ways you didn't know how to explain. I am coming for the nights when the world slept and you lay awake, staring into the darkness, feeling like your heart was carrying more than it should. You whispered into the night, wondering if I heard you, wondering if anyone cared, wondering if your tears mattered. And I tell you now, my beloved one, those tears were never overlooked. Those quiet cries were collected in my hands. Those trembling breaths were heard by heaven. You were not crying alone. I was sitting beside you, with my arms wrapped around you, even when you could not feel me. I was the warmth that came over you when you had no strength left. I was the stillness that rested on you when your spirit was shaking. You thought you were alone in those nights of sorrow, but I was closer to you then than in any other moment. You have walked through the pain of betrayal, wounds inflicted by people you trusted, people you let close, people you believed would protect your heart. Some of them hurt you without realizing it, and some hurt you knowing exactly what they were doing. Their words cut deeper than physical wounds. Their actions crushed parts of you that were fragile. Their absence left holes in your life you didn't know how to fill. And I saw it all. I saw the moment their betrayal pierced you. I saw the moment your hope cracked. I saw the moment you questioned your worth because of someone else's actions. My child, that pain you carry from betrayal is one I never wanted you to bear alone. When they failed you, I was still faithful. When they abandoned you, I held you closer. When they rejected you, I chose you again and again. And I want you to hear me clearly. Their betrayal was not a reflection of your value, it was a revelation of their brokenness. It did not reduce your worth. It exposed the places where they themselves were hurting. And yes, my beloved, I saw your heart break, the one you tried to hide behind strength. You carried it quietly, hoping time alone would mend it. But time didn't heal it because the wound was deeper than the surface of your heart. It was a wound that reached into your identity. It made you question whether you were lovable, whether you were enough, whether something was wrong with you. I watched the way you smiled on the outside while your soul felt drained inside. I watched the way you tried to move forward while pieces of you were still bleeding. You thought I was silent in your heartbreak, but I was the one who kept your heart from shattering completely. I was the one who whispered strength into your spirit when you couldn't stand the pain. You didn't see me, but I was there in the quiet moments when no one else was. And hear me clearly. The heartbreak you endured was not punishment, it was redirection. I removed what would have destroyed you. I separated you from what could not value you. I protected your destiny even when you did not understand the reason behind the loss. You have also known the ache of disappointment, those moments when life didn't unfold the way you hoped, when plans fell apart, when your expectations met silence, when you prayed for doors to open, but they remained shut, leaving you confused and weary. You felt heavy, discouraged, and frustrated, wondering if you would ever see the answers you longed for. You looked at others moving ahead while you remained stuck. You thought something was wrong with you because progress felt slow, delayed, and uncertain. But my child, your delays were never denials. They were preparations. They were protections. They were realignments. The closed doors were not a sign of my absence, they were a sign of my love. I refused to let you walk into something that would have limited you, trapped you, or led you away from the purpose I placed inside you. I know the disappointment weighed heavily on your heart. I know it made you feel like the future was slipping out of reach. But I was shaping you in that waiting season, strengthening you, maturing you, refining you, and preparing you for what is coming next. And let me speak into the exhaustion that has pressed against your spirit. There have been days when your body moved, but your soul felt tired. You functioned, but you did not feel alive. You woke up with a heaviness you couldn't explain. You felt drained not from lack of sleep, but from the battles within you, battles of doubt, fear, pressure, confusion, loneliness, and worry. You prayed, but you felt empty. You believed, but you felt weary. You hoped, but you felt tired of waiting. You carried responsibilities, burdens, expectations, an emotional weight that slowly wore you down. And even though you kept going, Even though you kept trying, even though you held on, your spirit whispered, "Lord, I'm tired." My child, I heard that whisper. I saw that weariness. I felt the heaviness in your soul. I was not blind to your exhaustion. And I tell you today, you are tired because the battle has been long, not because you are weak. You are weary because you have been fighting without rest, not because you lack strength. And I am here now to restore what life has drained out of you. You have felt stuck, trapped in the same season, the same struggles, the same patterns, the same unanswered questions. You wondered why nothing was changing, why things felt frozen, why you could not move forward. You felt like your life was on pause while everyone else's life kept advancing, and that made you feel frustrated and forgotten. But my beloved, you were never stuck. You were being held in place by my hand because the foundation beneath you was still being prepared. I could not allow you to move before the ground was stable. I was not delaying you without reason. I was positioning you. I was rearranging things behind the scenes. I was removing what could not go with you. I was building what you needed for the next chapter. What felt like stagnation to you was actually construction. What felt like delay was actually preparation. What felt like a setback was actually the slow formation of something greater. And yes, I know that feeling of being forgotten has followed you like a shadow. You questioned why others received answers while you received silence. You wondered why progress felt far from you. You wondered why blessings seemed late. You wondered why breakthroughs came slowly. And you felt overlooked by people, by life, and sometimes even by me. But I remind you, my child, I never forgot you, not for 1 second. You were always on my mind. I never stopped watching over you. I never stopped working on your behalf. I never stopped weaving your story together. I never stopped protecting your destiny. The timing confused you, but my timing is perfect. The silence frightened you, but my silence was strategy. What you thought was abandonment was preparation. What you thought was delay was protection. What you thought was my distance was actually me working behind the scenes so deeply that it required silence. Say amen. I believe He's working behind the scenes even when I cannot see the outcome. And share this video